G'day YouTube, Dishy here. In my last video on the Enlan's CutleryNovice, great bloke with a great channel, just left a little comment just wondering if I could do a comparison between the Ambitious and the Enlan itself, which quite happily to do there for him, so I hope this answers your question there, mate, and other people might find it mildly interesting as well. I'll start off with the specs and get them out of the way first of all. Now, as you might be able to tell via the footage there, is that the Enlan is slightly bigger in all dimensions than the Spyderco. Not by much. I'll give you a couple of examples, like blade length on the Enlan is 2.83 inches or 72 millimeters, whereas the Spyderco Ambitious is 2.25 inches or 57 millimeters. So you can see the slight difference in length there. Overall open length on the Enlan is 6.29 of an inch or 160 millimeters, and the Spyderco is 5/13/16 of an inch or 148 millimeters. So again, you can see there is just that slight difference in length overall. Closed position, the Spyderco is 3.5 inches, the Enlan is 3.62 inches. So again, even in the closed position, the Enlan is slightly bigger. We have the hole or opening device. On the Spyderco it is approximately 12 millimeters, whereas the Enlan is approximately 8 millimeters. So it is a little bit smaller than the Spyderco, but as I said in my review of them, it doesn't impede in its ability to get your thumb in there or get a good grip on there at all. It's more than adequate size there, but the Spyderco wins that one with a bigger hole. Now, the big difference between the two for me is the weight. The weight of the Spyderco is 3 ounces flat, or 85 grams. So lovely and light knife. Now, that's mainly due down to the fact that the steel liners are milled and skeletonized, and that the handles are G10, whereas the Enlan is fully steel and aluminium. There is no, well, that was a bit of a fail, there is no milling whatsoever of the liners, and as I say, they're steel or aluminium scales, so that adds to its weight, which brings it in at 3.3 ounces or 94 grams. So it's 0.3 ounces heavier than the Ambitious, which for its size isn't too bad. I mean, it's wearable and everything else, you don't really notice it too much, but when you do pick them up, you really do notice the difference in hand. Definitely that's slightly heavier in the Enlan. Blade steel on both the blades is 8CR13 MOV, which has been proving itself all over YouTube and many other areas of being a good quality steel. Holds an edge very well, easy to sharpen, good rust resistance for its cost. It's a high value steel. As I said, in the handle materials, the Ambitious is G10, whereas the Enlan is steel painted to look like carbon fibre, as you can see there. So the grip level, the Ambitious wins out big time there. Very good feel in the hand with the G10. Not super grippy, but definitely provides good traction there. There is no jimping whatsoever on the Enlan on any part of it, whether it be on the top of the blade, on the liner lock, or anywhere else on the handle. There is no jimping whatsoever, but still provides a fairly good grip. That is my one, I just did it then, that's one thing I don't really like about the Enlan. It does have a tiny little cutout where my finger is just here, and the temptation, especially when you're doing detail work, is to bring your finger around onto that, but unless you've got midget hands, your finger is practically touching that edge, and I've nearly cut myself quite a few times doing that, but that's just me. Whereas the Persistence, excellent chore, or semi-chore, whatever you'd like to call it. It just fits perfectly in the hand, especially for that small detailed work there. So it's definitely a win for the Ambitious. They both, I'm really not going to show it up, sorry for this crap camera, but both bushes are bronze and nylon, so it does allow for, in both blades, so it does Oh, geez, I'm having fun. Oh, what a fail. Wow. Thank you. So, as I was saying before, that massive failure there, they do allow quick deployment. There's no grabbiness. With a little bit of lubrication, they do feel very smooth in its deployment on both blades. Now, blade shape, Enlan is more your classic drop point style, modified drop point even if you like, with a very good decent sized belly, and it is quite a nice shape. I do quite like the shape of the Enlan blade. The Ambitious is your typical Spyderco leaf style, I guess is the best way to describe it. Excellent belly, excellent cutting surface. No complaints on either of those shapes. Pocket clips, just roll them over. As you can see, Enlan, as I said, can only be for tip up carry, cannot be reversed. Very good high quality. Oh, I just bumped everything there. Pocket clip, very solid. Same with the Spyderco, that is way stiffer, and with the G10 it provides a hell of a lot of grip within the pocket. With the Ambitious it can be reversed to all 4 positions, whereas I said with the Enlan it is fixed in the 1 position. So that's a little mark against it there. They both are silver, which I probably would prefer maybe a black pocket clip on both. The big difference for me though is Ambitious is a $30 knife, or thereabouts, around about a $30 knife, whereas the Enlan, that is under $8. And to me that's its biggest winner, is the price. I believe that both are comparable in build quality. I've been flicking both of these open flat out. I've had no blade play whatsoever. Excellent lockup in all of them. So build quality to me is on par. It's just the price to me that's the big winner for the Enlan. $8 versus $30. Obviously Spyderco, well-known brand, you do pay for the brand, and probably the slightly better materials used in the handle pocket clips, the extra work in the milling out of the liners, etc. But definitely comparable. Definitely, as I said in my review of the Enlan, I strongly recommend it. For the price, you cannot go wrong. Just a great cheap blade with good quality materials, excellent workmanship. But obviously, shit at the fan or anything like that, no choice. I would probably take the Spyderco, just on the company's history and the jimping, milled liners, extra lightweight. But that's my quick comparison there. Oh, we'll do a quick other quick one just to show you the edges on these. I don't know how well this will show out, but the Enlan, it does cut. It's probably not the nice fault, it's probably my crappy cutting ability, but it does the job. But as I said, it does leave a bit of a feather edge, whereas the Spyderco, that is just ridiculously sharp. Just glides through, pretty much start at anywhere and it will cut through, whereas the Enlan will rip like that. It will do, yes, it won't really do if you push down. It will cut that way, whereas the Spyderco, if I can get it to work, just to give you a slight idea on the sharpness levels. Same for like paracord. Oh, that was a bit of a fail, but as you can see, just slight pressure, pretty much cut it in half. Sliced all the way through. Probably didn't get that in view. As the Enlan does take a little bit more force to cut. So it's 2 strokes and I'm nearly all the way through. Try and get this one. Yeah, it takes a lot more force to cut it compared to the Spyderco. So the Spyderco's definitely got a much sharper edge out of the box than the Enlan. But as I said in my review, Enlan touched up with a diamond rod would come up to the same level as the Spyderco. Definitely comparable, just what you're willing to pay for and what brand you're willing to carry around in your pocket, I guess. But as I say, I highly recommend both. But the Spyderco's just got a special place just for its branding, and it's just slightly higher quality materials used. Anyway, bro, I hope that answers your question. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.